decisions can be made on a higher time frame. Order flow will be the tool we use to increase your MAE and your what order flow is going to do. You're already way further ahead than some of the guys that have been around for 5 years. They're focused on instead of focusing on the real business trader, observing, tracking, taking, and making sure that it's got a positive experience. There's nothing different, and you're saying so. What you're typical balance, pulse out of balance, pull back, continuation. That three-wave structure is going to be something you will see over, over, and over, and over again. The way market. So now you're saying, I see this on the Renko. So now you write it down in your journal. I saw this on Friday. Okay, I'm going to be looking for it. So then you're at the impetus of developing another trade setup.
Hmm. Okay.
All trade setups are observation, define the parameters, take the occurrences, and see what the metrics tell you. It doesn't change. Got going on right now is that I've given you ultimately should have positive effect because I've tested them in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Could get into a situation where you're finding a trade and it's not giving you a positive effect. We haven't gotten to that yet because there's a process. Okay, once we so don't coming up with ideas to turn into trades based on your daily observation because that's where your comes from, your journal.
Mm-hmm.
What did I see? So you have that all written down in your journal now.
Sorry?
I said you told me about what you're seeing on the tick Renko and all of that, what you saw on Friday, that in your journal.
Yes, it's in my journal. I made screenshots and I sent it even to you. I sent it to you as well, what I seen. And I put next to the 5-minute chart.
So now, so what's the next?
To define it more. But you know what? For example, it was not. It was on the 80 Renko, that zipper. It was actually exactly where the RTH VWAP was, the mid it was, and the full session VWAP was. So it was keep coming back to that place, to that zipper on the 80 Renko. So I don't know how to define this more. It might be more just a confluence. Like I can use them in the confluence with these averages like the VWAPs and the RTH VWAP. And so if I have the VPOC shifted above and I can see a zipper on the Renko, I can use that as kind of a support for the balance from the downside. So it's like an extra confluence I can use, for example.
Even fire. Once created in a zipper created on an 8 rank, if we impulse wave that, finding what the impulse is at the current parameter, and then we can pull back, and I see support coming in. That could be a trigger long.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, I think that would be a setup that you'd have in your if you were looking for an RB3 breakout.
Yes, yes.
Because isn't that really somewhat what we described on the RB breakout trade? We're going to wait for the RB to set up. If it's positive and we pull back to the percent, we're going to take the long into the RB3 or the IB high. That's a setup
Yes,
based on statistical probability. So you're
yes,
coupling your three elements into that. You've got your statistical probabilities based on the direction of the RB and the setting up the B. Now you're waiting for structure, zipper, impulse out of the back towards that target, pull back target, port comes in, I'm long, I'm in trade, I'm at the of the R3 if I got enough, and then I'm targeting IB, and these are all statistical probability targets. Just defined the ability to look for a trade to trade towards that target. You didn't have that yet. You knew what the statistical probabilities of the RB and the RB, but we didn't have a trade set up to, other than if a shows up or VWAP to VPOC trade, but develop a specific trade based on statistical target. So you have to start thinking, okay, I'm going to trade. We know what to do on the RB trade. Okay, couple that with the IB. So now I have a trade set up that I could take advantage of those statistical probabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I seen the one that you said as well. The when we wait for a pullback to the value area low of the RB3. Now, for example, that
I'm
didn't.
sorry. Yes, that's what we said. It wasn't the 50%. That's correct.
Yes,
I was
and
wrong. You are correct.
but that one actually did not set up on Friday, for example. So it did almost set up on Thursday. It was very beautifully set up on Wednesday, and this is what made me thinking that I think we need something that is not always gonna pull back to the value area low. So especially I seen it when we start the day with an impulse zipper.
Wait a minute. So we're not getting a big enough the value area low of the RB3. Start looking at the 61.8 and the 50% retracement. So once the RB sets up, put a retracement tool for the 50 and the 61.8. Pull, watch the three levels and see which one of those three levels highest for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you define, you tweak the trade, change it from the value area low, 61.8 or the 50. You have to watch it and observe the market setting up that way. So then you can define what the parameters are.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're still too early into the idea. So we sleep a value area low. That was one of the things I used to do. The market's not giving value area low. We're in a very strong. I find better entries 50% pullback or the 61.8.
Mm-hmm.
Or even better, if there's a zipper to pull back and you can get long the zipper. So these are the ideas you have to bring into your mind. You're developing that trade. Can't just one way. If you're seeing that, oh, I'm not getting any entries on the the value area low, okay, I got to make adjustments. I'm not getting any occurrences.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you throw that away. You just make that option and say, well, I'm seeing it, it's only pulling back 50%, or it's only pulling back 61%. Not getting to trace of value. Might want to use the V of the 30 minutes.
Sorry, the
So
V?
these are all just different. The V.
Oh,
You could use the V of the 30 minute.
the VPOC of the 30 minutes. Sorry, it was keep cutting off, but I understand the VPOC of the 30 minutes. We might use that as well as an entry.
Right. So those are all the ideas you've got in your head right now. Sorry, I'm going through a bunch of.
Yeah, no worries. It was
Yeah, those are all the things you get as you're developing this. Because this got to be known. You got to observe it, define it, track multiple ways, and see what the first result you get. Then find out even further to those occurrences and see what the outcome is. You don't know, but that's how you develop a trade setup. Rocket science. It's an idea. Observe, set the parameter. You take the occurrences and you look at the metric,
Mm-hmm.
and you either talk or get every piece of expected you can out of it. But it takes a lot. I think you're finally seeing what I meant, right?
Yes, it takes time but I'm happy we do this because slowly I can see it better and better. And this morning as well, I just wake up. I was dreaming about something and not setup, but something. I had an idea and I just wake up. I came here to the PC. I started to look back on the market. I had an idea also that to look into how wide the RB3 is, because if it's very compressed, we might get a bigger chance of an IB extension or like an RB30 extension, or I don't know, something like that. I don't know, I had this dream. So, but
Based on the range of the RB3, yeah, we used to factor that in.
yes, because I seen that, for example, last time on Friday we had a larger RB3 and we broke the IB high, but it wasn't a meaningful extension of it, just a little bit went above, but mainly the price, it was between the RB30 and the IB high. I mean, of course, it was going below and above, but kind of it was plus minus 2, 3, 4 points, the range, that was the range. So it kind of, that's where the balance established between the IB and the RB30. I mean, the point of control stayed there. So we can say value was kind of between the IB high and the RB30. So I'm trying to look for these things as well now. But slowly, because I can see it's a lot of work but I'm happy I choose this way. And yeah, I had like a little mental breakdown like 1 week ago. I mean, no, it wasn't a strong one, but it's just sometimes I think everyone has this not great days or something, or I didn't know which way I'm going or
Well,
what.
you experience loss for real. It changes you. It's a way different story when you got something on the line, and it'll your head because that's what it is. Trying to make you make mistakes, get you into a FOMO, get chasing your account. There, that the Sir Sneaky took you out of 2 accounts. Meaningless.
Yeah, it's
Because
nothing.
you all of a sudden a bigger drawdown than what the metrics were telling us. So the drawdown is now more in the $3,000 range, right?
Yes, it's 1 second, please. I mean, it's above 3,000 now, but yeah, it's 3,100 because once I also made a very bad mistake that I moved my stop with 0.25 points, I think. But I never gonna do that again. But I had
Say that
it's
again. You did what?
I moved my stop with 0.25 once, so that was another mistake. But that's why we are above 3,100 pounds. But it was just one time. I
Wait a
know.
minute. Move. I'm wrapping my head around this. You move your stop on.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm not understanding what you mean by you moved your 0.25.
Oh, one time, not now, like 2 weeks ago. That's why we are just above $3,000 with $100 because I moved my stop from 5 points to 525.
Oh, okay, that's not. I thought you were moving your stop. I don't want to stop.
No, it was just a mistake.
Unless there's structure. Yeah, okay.
No, but
Right.
that's why I mean we are
Last little,
yeah.
there.
Yes, I'm here.
Anyway, I just pulled into my driveway to cut this off now. I got a very busy day. My mom and my wife. It's Mother's Day today, so.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to
Right. Thanks. I will probably work tonight. Probably not till about 7 o'clock, but you'll be in bed. I hate this time difference.
yeah, me too.
Enjoy
'Cause
your Sunday. Go for a walk.
yeah, I go. But the good thing is one thing I can say, we still have the expectancy, the running expectancy at 1.77. So I think that's still great.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like I'm
You're trading. Remember, right now, you're trading the majority of those Mr. Sneaky a trending market. When does the Mr. Sneaky the worst?
in the trending market. I think that's what I
Exactly. That's why we're in a bigger drawdown because the Mr. Sneaky does not perform as well during a trend, a very strong trend, especially a blow off top.
yeah,
So, because the Mr. Sneaky is a counter so that we could try to catch a major turn.
yeah.
That was what the Mr. Sneaky was developed for. It doesn't change. So the fact that you went into what's the maximum gain?
The maximum gain streak is 4,500, 4,450.
Right. So when S gets lower than the maximum MDD, that's when we get concerned.
Yeah,
That's when we take a dive into what the metrics are telling us and make any adjustments that we need to make.
okay.
So we're not there yet.
No, it's fine. I
Not
mean,
there. We're adjusting the parameters of the trade simply because of the harmonics tightening.
yeah. I mean, we still have a 60% win rate. I think that's still very good.
You're going for bigger targets. You have a wonderful day. And
Yeah.
I will catch you later.
I think, and just one thing, I think that's what I need to learn to see when we go in balance. So let's say we have a trending day in the morning and then we start to establish a balance somewhere. And somehow this is what I need to learn when that point comes in. But I'm sure we are gonna get that as well. Have a nice day. Thank you very
Follow the
much.
fractals.
Yeah? Okay,
All
follow the
right. Have a good
fractals.
day.
Okay, fractals.
Bye. Fractals and rotations. Targets, fractals, rotation. Changes.
Okay. Oh, I see. Because sometimes maybe that's the problem. Sometimes I'm just counting, but I don't pay attention exactly where it starts to change, and I need to be better in that. But thanks for reminding me and telling me again. Because I'm counting them. I'm counting them religiously, but maybe I need to pay more attention when change is happening, not just counting them like a monk.
If I understood that the one that Ryan has that's running and giving you that's ongoing. It's can't have it session start.
Yes, it's ongoing, but I'm sure he can do it until 4 p.m. as well if I ask him.
Oh, it's got to just basically you have to start it at the RTH Open.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he started to be very.
Not so much when it ends, it's when it's.
Oh, when it starts. Okay, I see. When it starts. Okay.
So you have from the RTH, then you count the rotation,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just at the end of the day. But as long as you can get a starting point, that's all we need. You don't need an ending point. We need a starting point.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, he started to be very nice to me. He's messaging me. He's asking me. I can see he wants to work with us and with the room and helping and everything.
What I've seen looks great. Anyway, I do have to go.
Okay, thank
I'll talk
you.
to you later.
Thank you, Captain. Take care. Bye.